Alright, what up? Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, what the fuck is up? Holy shit. How do we do this? I don't know how to do this. What up? What up? What up? Let me see if I can do this. I'm trying to get keys on here. What up, B? I'm trying to get keys to load up. I can see she's there. Alright, let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Alright. Alright. I invited your ass, homie. What up, guys? See if you can pop on. We're trying to get keys of wisdom on here. Technical difficulties. I invited you. See if you can get on. We're going to be doing some tarot today. We're going to be doing some chit-chatting. It's going to be fun. Hey, how's it going? Nala? Nala? Or is it Nyla? It's an A. I'm so awful. Paid? No, it's free today, but we're just winding up. We're going to get keys. We're just doing like a little give back because we got 1,000 and people have been so great supporting everybody and supporting us. You did? I don't see it. Why do I not see it? You accepted the invite. Okay. How do we does anybody know? Yeah, free reads, no worries. But if anybody knows how to help me get keys of wisdom as a little like box over here, that would be awesome. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. Oh. Switch to front camera. Alright. Well, I invited. It says I invited. This is just weird. Hold on. Me and Talk are just learning. We're just learning the live shit. I think you need to add a guest. I tried. It only gave me a link invite. I tried to add you. Viewers, go live together. Yeah. Huh. It says you can. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, try that. Try that. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, I see you. Hold on. Technical difficulties, but it'll be okay. I don't want to invite 5 million people. I just want to invite one person. Hold on. Hey, how's it going?
I can only go live audio. It says it'll connect me audio only.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. It says audio only.
Oh, that's not good.
It'll be fine.
Do we know why?
I'm guessing because I don't have 1,000 followers yet. So if we get 1,000 followers, then it'll give me video access. But I only have like 950 right now.
Oh. All right. Well, it's okay. It's what you fucking say anyways that's important. You know what I mean?
Yep. So I'm here audio. I'm here audio.
So am I saying your name right? So, Keys of Wisdom is here in spirit. Her voice is there, guys. Once she gets 1,000, I think then she can go
With the video, yeah, it
Video?
says I can't have video access because I have to have enough to go. Basically, I got a thing when it said I can go live on yours audio, but I can't until I can't get video access until I have 1,000.
Oh, bummer, bro.
So about
Bummer.
50 away, then we'll be able to get video access.
All right. Right on. Right on. Well, good Sunday morning. We're doing tarot. We're doing oracle reads. We're doing intuitive reads. The goal is not mediumship. However, I'm not going to front. If one of your dead persons pops by and spirit finds it important, we'll go there. So yeah, so first off the bat, Keys of Wisdom is in the little corner, and we're just trying to get her to 1,000. So if you follow me or you follow the 369 page, and you don't follow Keys of Wisdom 369, please go follow her. She's an amazing woman.
Oh, thank you, friend.
So yeah,
Right
so
back.
we have a website. Everything's free today. We're just doing a little give back, because we got this far. So once we get a couple people and we go through the Haley, hey, how's it going? How is it going? Once we get through this little spiel, we're just gonna kind of fire away with a couple collectives and then we'll roll on from there. So first off the bat, we have a website. It's www.childofbalance.com. We have an app. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do not speak Spanish. I'm so sorry. You've lost me, but you tagged Rooted Intentions, so maybe she does. Meg, you speak El Spanish?
It's Espanol.
She does. Do you?
No, not that fluently.
Okay. I don't know. No, I don't. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. We got 3 Americans here, and we don't speak Spanish. I'm so sorry. But anyway, so if you go on the website and you apply, well, not apply. If you just sign up, become a member. If you put your little email in the thing, it opens you up into having points. We post 3 times a week. We post Monday is always mini read Monday. Wednesday is usually some sort of spiritual practice, wisdom article, sacred geometry, and then same thing with Sunday, spiritual hygiene, something like that. So we post at least 3 times a week. And if you add on there, add yourself, we're putting everybody who is a current member on the website right now. And then anybody who new joins, we're putting you guys into like a big pool. And then we're just going to spin the random wheel. And whoever wins from that, we'll do a video. We'll post it after this live. Whoever wins from that, you get a free 30-minute read. I can guarantee you it's going to be over 30 minutes because you're going to be private with both me and Keys of Wisdom whenever it best suits you. So I can guarantee you it'll be over 30 minutes. What do you think, Erin?
Yep, I agree. Between the two of us, yes, absolutely.
Not saying we talk a lot, but we may or may not talk a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Heidi ho, neighbor. Cheryl, what is up, Cheryl? Doolittle? Did I see someone's last name Doolittle? Hell yes. Hell yes.
Love it.
Dr. Doolittle in the house. Holy shit. Well, you want to kick it off? We got 24 people. So we're going to be throwing a collective together and then we'll just move right on into it. If you want a chance to win a free read, free private session with both me and Keys of Wisdom, you need to click the link in the bio description on my page. It'll lead you directly to the website, www.childofbalance.com. Join to be a member. It's free. It'll never cost you anything to be a member. We're not spamming your shit. We don't do that.
Nope.
But you'll be entered into a drawing, and we'll do it live. Like, we'll do a video where you watch the wheel so everyone knows it's no fuckery. And then whoever wins from that will reach out to you, and we'll get it all set up for you. That's the only reason you need to sign up to the website is so that we can reach out to you when you win. So just go ahead and do that. So if you want to kick her off, Erin.
I got it. Yep.
If you want to kick her off. We'll start collective soul.
So let's start with this collective. We've got a ton of energy here that's come in as a result of this full moon and eclipse energy. And this is, everybody needs to know, this is a really big time of transition. So I know you guys can't see me, so I'm just going to tell you I am using what I call as my Viking deck, and it is my favorite. And we currently have out the Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, the Devil, the Five of Swords, and the Strength card over here. A lot of people are fighting this transition. And I'm hearing like you need to gain control of your thoughts because you are so stuck on worrying about things that are outside of yourself. Other people, other things that you cannot control. And the thing is that things are not falling apart, even though it may appear that way. This is what is being cleared out. And I'm hearing find your light in the darkness. And that's the thing. Sometimes people don't understand that, things can be denser as things clear out. And so that's things like there's an anger energy here. There is a lot of anxiety. There's just a lot of things because people are not realizing you need to stay in that present moment, right? Because you can't change the past and you sure can't change, you can't predict the future. So that's the thing. You gotta get control of your thoughts. And that's why I said with the swords energy, it's a mental game. This is a mental game. And, your mind, your thoughts project your reality. That's it. That's all. It's just that simple. And so, we've got with the moon card out here. And I'm going to say this on my moon card, there's a black wolf and there's a white wolf, right? And in our space, we often talk about, in our personal space, we often talk about, we hear people say, which wolf will you feed? It's not which wolf will you feed. It's how much will you feed each wolf? Because that's the thing. Where you're at right now in this the reason you're having this mental back and forth is because you have done this hard work, right? And you're integrating these shadow pieces of yourself. And that's the thing. We've been conditioned to believe that we need to eradicate our shadow. It's not eradicating it. It's reintegrating. And it's learning that the version of you that you were in all of these past spaces in your life is exactly who you needed to be. And there is no shame in that. But often people have been shamed. And that's where this devil energy comes out for me in this spread that I've got over here. And it's, stop letting people use your past against you. Because that's the thing. You were who you needed to be in that moment. Show that person gratitude. Good, bad, or indifferent. You can't change it. So that's the thing. I'm a firm believer and there's no mistakes. There's only lessons learned. If you shift your perspective and that mindset to I can always learn something here, no matter how bad it gets, you retain that power the whole time. And that takes me into the Five of Swords. I keep showing my cards up to the screen like you guys can see this, but that gives me the Five of Swords, which again, fives are all about movement. But here again, with swords being air energy, thought energy, this is ending that conflict in your mind. It just tells me that you're fighting these past spaces. You've moved past this. However, you're getting hung up when people are like, oh, I liked you the way you were before. Or, people are trying to use your past against you and say, oh, I remember when he or she did this, that, or whatever, right? You know what? Say thank you to all the versions of yourself. That is all you need to do. You release them, you thank them for what they are, and that takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage. And that's the thing. With energy, it's duality. Light and dark cannot exist without each other. It is that simple. So the thing is more people, I don't want to say awaken because that's such a cliche term sometimes, but as more people have these aha moments, these epiphanies. And the more that, they're unlearning everything they thought they knew. They're seeing things as they are. And that's what they talk about, the veil being lifted. It's the illusion of what you thought was. And when you control your thoughts and you control your emotions, you just see what is. And that's where you gain the most power and the most clarity. And that is how you move forward. But as you do this, and I'm just compelled to say this. This is like the last hurrah for a lot of denser energies in this time of transition. So if you feel that things are being thrown at you, meaning there's more petty arguments, there's more nitpicking going on, or you feel that you are revisiting spaces that you thought you put to bed. It's not that you didn't understand your lesson. You are being asked one more time to review what you have learned. And it's what I call know better, do better. Now that you know what you know, what are you going to do about it? Because that's the thing. Knowledge without action is useless. And we also got the Six of Swords out here, which again, this is all talking about moving away from this. This is a temporary energy. And like I said, when you've got the astrological things going on, I'm a big proponent of astrological placements, and astrological events are not an excuse for bad behavior. That's just who I am. And so when I say this, it's true. You already know. People will be like, oh, something's in retrograde. No, retrogrades mean going
It's not my
within.
fault. The moon moved to the
Yep.
left.
But it's an inward revolution. See, I'm getting a little off track, but it's an inward revolution. That is what a retrograde is to people. You are to go within so that when something goes back direct, or even like moon cycles, there's, when it's darker, you're working on the inside. As it's light, it's illuminating the things you need to work on. So that's the thing. Astrological placements are not an excuse for bad behavior. But the point is, this eclipse full moon energy is a big purge, clear out. So that's why I said a lot of people are feeling this anxious, nervous energy, and all these things are bubbling back up again. But that's why I said this Six of Swords out here. This Six of Swords is all about moving away from it. And not only are you moving away from it, but the way the details on this card, or most cards, regardless of the deck that you're using, there's swords around you, which means you are protected. You don't need to worry about what anybody else or anything is throwing your way, because you are choosing to move through this. Everything does not deserve your reaction. And I'm hearing sometimes silence is your biggest ally. So right now, before you feel the need to respond, make sure you take that pause and sit with yourself. Because again, this is your know better, do better test. This is your transition and your clearing out. You want to hop in?
Yeah, so the first thing that my guides is screaming right now is literally started at the bottom, now we're here. And they're saying that because you've been almost in this sheltering, like I'm gonna call it a little bit of like this hermit mode, to where you've kind of been sitting back, but almost to the point where it's like you're stuck in a little bit of stagnancy. Like you've almost kind of adopted this train of thought, like, oh, I might be stuck here. But they're saying that that's actually not the point. That you standing still and stagnant is that is that perception of you being stuck. They're saying that you're actually not stuck. There's something about a little bit of like, I don't want to call it a heartbreak because it's not a romantic love thing. I'm gonna call it sorrow. There's a little bit of sorrow that kind of goes into the underlying of all of this, to where you kind of went away because something hurt you. I don't know how to make that make sense, but something, I don't want to use the word trigger. Trigger's so overused, but something just hit you sideways. That's what I'm going to say. Something or someone hit you sideways, and you kind of got rocked a little bit, and you sat back on your heels and you paused. But they're saying that this is where they want you to rebuild up that strength, that, where you were to where you are now. And they're saying that this is your rebirth. This is that moment to grasp. We have the sun card out here, we have the strength card, and we have death. This is your moment to kind of grasp that confidence. And they're literally putting you in direct link, like direct connection. But they're saying that you need to believe in yourself. It's this inner trust, this inner believing that is lacking with what you have going on right now. And they're saying if you could just break out of your mind where you think you're stuck at, where your brain is telling you, oh, I'm stuck here, and you move, whatever it is, physical movement, a change in a thinking, there's just something that needs like a small shift. Yeah. Because this is you thinking you're stuck out in the cold, and that's not the case. You're not in the cold. But this it's like almost like a lack mindset is what they're saying. Like Thinking as though you don't have something or you can't move forward because you don't have something. And they're saying that that's the fallacy. That's the okay. I'm sorry. Someone's screen name was a middle finger. That was the only. It was just an emoji of a middle finger. I didn't even know that was possible. Welcome to you, sir, ma'am. But it's one of those things that it's like you have to make the decision within yourself. No one's going to make it for you. And that's this idea of being stuck, this Eight of Swords, this mentally trapped, because you're not quite wanting to have to make a decision. You're wishing somebody would make it for you. And they're saying that's not the case. You need to make it for yourself. And then that's when your rebirth starts. Like you're sitting in the death phase, taking the negative side of the death phase, like, oh, I'm stuck here. Oh my God. Like, but they're telling you to look at it from the other side, to look at it from the, well, I needed to blow that up with a cannon so that I could build something better on that ground. Hey, smiley face. 18 plus, link in my bio. Oh, no, thank you. I don't know. I don't think that's for us. Nice to see you, though. That's concerning. But it's just all about breaking free and like Erin was saying, like it's not about what the moon phase is in right now or where the planets are. They just amplify the energies that are already present. So if you are feeling a certain way and then you read about astrology and then you're realizing that, oh my goodness, that's exactly what's happening. It's not an excuse for what you're doing. It just amplifies the energies that are already present within your vessel, within your existence, whatever you want to utilize, whatever word you want to utilize, but it's actually has nothing to do with an excuse for continuing the way you are, So guys, we're doing free reads. We're just getting done with collective. I'm going to light another incense because I don't know, it just feels necessary. And if you join on the website, which I saw at least 2 people did, if you join on the website, www.childofbalance.com, you're going to be entered into a free private reading. It'll be a dual space with me and Keys of Wisdom up in the screen. She needs 1,000 followers. She's at like 9 and change to be able to see her face. So if you guys want to join Keys of Wisdom, follow her page. I'm sure she would be more than happy to help everybody out, Sasha Patha.
Hey, if you go give me a follow, we'll throw in an extra
racist.
We could throw an extra entry.
1324. Okay. Mason, hey, how's it going? How's it going? How is it going? I still have that song stuck in my head, dude. It's like, oh my God. Let me love you down.
For 3 days.
What?
The Timber's been playing in my head for 3 days. It's going down.
Oh, don't get that stuck in my head. Oh no, please no. Please no, don't get that stuck in my head. Join on the website, guys, and you'll be put into a drawing for a free read. We're gonna spin the wheel of mystery directly after this live, and we'll post who the winner is, and then we'll get with you to set something up privately.
Yes.
So if anybody wants a couple cards from Keys of Wisdom and myself, just let us know. Put a little comment in. Don't spam the comments though.
Yeah, we'll make a list. If you would like a read, we'll make a list and then we'll read it off.
Yeah, I got my notebook. So if anybody wants a free card or two,
please.
From me and Keys of Wisdom, it doesn't cost anything. Not today. We're just doing a little baby give back. So
we got
me,
you.
Please. Erin, you got Cheryl.
Top of the list.
You got Cheryl, Erin.
Gotcha.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, Cheryl's on the list. So we can throw a card for you, Nye, but we will not throw for somebody else's energy. So
No.
if S is not here and is not in the room and not consenting to us playing in that person's energy, then we won't do that. But we can throw you a card, and if reunion or connection comes back up, we can let you know that. Okay, cool. I'll add you to the list, no problem. I can't see your little icon, so I don't know if you're. I'm gonna say no problem. B, keep it gender friendly. All right, let's see if we can get one more person. We have Cheryl Nye, or Nye. Is it Nye or Nye? I don't know. She wouldn't be able to tell me that in a text message, probably.
You can probably tell us on the
Like
screen.
I'm like, please,
Is
make
it
sure.
Nay? Is your name
Nay?
Nay?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking that Nay.
Nay. Okay. All right. Cool. Bet. It's a long A. All right. One more person. If anybody wants a free card or two from me and Keys of Wisdom, just kind of nicely add your name in. We're not doing. Just don't spam the comments. If you want to start with Cheryl, Erin.
I'm shuffling right now.
All right. Bet. Welcome in. If you guys want to sign up for the website, it's free. We're not going to blow you up worth any of that bullshit, but you'll be entered into a drawing for a free private read. It'll be a dual space with me and Keys of Wisdom. It'll be a minimum of 30 minutes, but it's probably going to end up being more like an hour, knowing the way we go in depth.
Okay. Courage. Oh, so I'm using an Oracle deck here for Cheryl. And I'm going to say this. I've got out the Empress, and then I clarified on that with my Oracle deck. And I've got that, you grab the bull by the horns is what I'm hearing. And that you are now saying what you mean and you're being very direct about it. I think in the past, I'm hearing that, you would silence yourself and possibly make yourself smaller because you're always putting other people ahead of you. And you're actually being asked right now to be very careful and not attached to other people's energy. You can help other people, but don't get yourself attached to their energy, meaning move through it when you are interacting with people. Because you're a very sensitive person, and I don't mean that like just in an emotional way. I mean, you are like energetically sensitive and you hold on to a lot more than you realize. So if you aren't pulling energy back every day, make sure you're doing it like after you have interactions with people. And I also, this card's coming out for a lot of people right now, but I have the Seven of Swords card out here, which the Seven of Swords kind of brings with it like a tricky energy. But I feel like this goes with that procrastination card that I got that was in reverse and the Say What You Mean card, meaning you are picking up on an energy like this, but you're calling it out where you see it. You no longer, what's the word they're saying? You're no longer allowing people to be disguised in the background. You're unmasking them is what I'm hearing. Hold on, I'm grabbing a different deck. Family. We have the family card out here. Family and tribe. So I said that. Now I got this family and tribe card out here, and it's just taking me back to that Empress energy and you stepping in as the matriarch, and I'm hearing the head of the table. that there is a transition. I want to call it a turning. I want to call it a passing of a key to you. And you are now taking a seat at the head of your table. And I've gotten 3 courage cards out for you in 3 different decks here. The courage to speak your mind. That's all they keep saying is the courage to speak your mind. And again, it takes me back to the say what you mean card. Whatever you are facing, continue to lead with, they want to say brutal honesty. That's where the courage comes in. Brutal honesty. Because the thing is, when you share truth, truth does not care what your feelings are. And sometimes that will offend others. You are not, I'm being told to tell you, you are not responsible for others being offended by the truth. And to remind you of who you are. And I'm just being told you will understand what that means. You need to be reminded of who you are and move with the grace and courage that you always have. And I'm hearing turn in events. Turn in events, and then I got out the karma and the justice and the scale. It's a scale card. And I'm just hearing that the scales will be reset. And they're giving me springtime seeds. The balance will be reset. And then we have the seeds card out here. Whatever seeds you have planted will bring the balance that you're looking for in this situation. Sorry, my cards just threw up over here. Memories. The seeds that you've planted. Then we've got the last card is the memories card out here. And I'm just being told a trip down memory lane. Whatever seeds you've planted is going, I'm being shown like somebody revisiting something that you've said. But when I say revisiting memory lane, it's almost like they're remembering all of the truth and all of the times that you have been there for them. And I'm hearing like the truth is hard to hear, but they know you would not lie to them. They know you would not lie to them. And that's why they just keep saying your courage and your ability to speak the truth in only a way that you can will not fall upon deaf ears. And the seeds that you planted will balance the scales. They're done now. But like I said, they're very adamant about this courage card. Very, very adamant about this courage card. Taking your seat and doing what you need to for being the matriarch of your family. Do you want to throw in on that or?
Yeah. Yeah, let me hop in. So we have a couple cards here, and they're saying that represents the not so distant past. So We have the Five of Cups here. And we also have this King of Swords energy here. And they're talking about how in the recent past, so I was saying not so distant past, they're saying that you at one point felt a little bit less than, felt a little bit out of touch, out of sorts. But they're saying that this was your own mental game with yourself. They're saying that you were never truly left out of anything, but that there was this little bit of, I don't want to call it broken, but like this broken sorrow of not being welcomed somewhere or feeling left out of something or an event or a place or a person. And they're just saying that this is something that you've recently overcame. The Strength card is out here in 2 decks. I'll show you this one because this one's probably the easiest one to see with the camera. And they have this card out for a couple of reasons. They're saying this is the strength of a mother, but they're also saying that this is you, like Erin had stated, being the matriarch of a family. So you put to bed the mental, I'm going to call it torture that you were doing to yourself, and you started to move forward. They're saying that you're rekindling a part of yourself that you have once lost. And they're talking about re-embracing. We have the Lovers card and the Two of Cups coming out twice for you. However, this isn't talking about a love outside yourself. This is all about emotional balance. And this is all about coming into wholeness with inside the vessel. So your masculine side and your feminine side is what this union is talking about. It's talking about re-becoming one and no longer doing what would make other people happy and not make you happy. They're saying that you're starting to reignite that flame and starting to gather. They're calling it all of your tools together. So gathering all of your tools together in order to do something that best serves you. They do have you out here as being a grounded feminine, your queen of coins, your grounded earth energy. But there's almost like this hesitation, like you need to water your abundance. You need to give to yourself. But I think there's that mother side of you that still comes in and wants to like protect her babies from the world. I don't know how to make that make sense, but it's like you're battling with that kind of almost like this lesson, like the world card out here, but almost like this lesson. It feels like it's almost complete to where you don't you want to let somebody figure something out for themselves, but you also want to protect them from any harm, hurt, or danger. It's like this battle of being like, well, how much do I let go? How much do I hold on? How much do I help? How much do I just let it be because I know it'll be fine? And they're actually saying that this is like that statement is the purity inside yourself. That statement is everything that is part of your divinity. And they're saying that you're actually embracing your divinity right now, and you're embracing that trust aspect that goes into the higher power, that you trust that everything's going to be okay when you get that gut feeling that everything's going to be fine. And you're putting to bed the cycles that you have had with inside yourself, your mental struggles, your emotional struggles of not feeling one, not enough, but also I'm getting cold chills, feeling one, not enough, but also the struggle of never knowing if you're doing enough, never knowing if you're good enough, never knowing if something is happening or if there's something else you can do. Like it's almost like this that's so funny. I just did a video about this actually a couple days ago about the need to rest. So it's like when we're a goers and when we're raised to be that way and when it's in our blood that there's so much we want to do and we need to do it right now, we sometimes miss the pause the rest and the way to do things themselves. So it's one of those things that this is very easy thing to say, oh, well, go rest and do something for yourself that recharges you. And they're saying that you're understanding the need to pour into your own cup now. There's this confidence coming out in the Sun card, this gathering of all your tools as the magician, and you're really just balancing your emotional and physical cups. You're starting to fully water yourself right now. And they're saying that that's the missing piece that you cast aside in the name of family and in the name of others several years ago. And they're saying that this rekindling of that flame is hard decisions to make. We have the Two of Wands out here. It's hard decisions to make, however you're making them, and they're commending you for it. They do have you coming out more complete and more full. They're just reminding you to stand in your strength, and people need to hear what you have to say, and people need to, like, it's almost like you're like, what's the word? Okay, so there's a feminine saying that you're a light to others. So even though you may not fully always view yourself as a light to others, she's here pretty adamant that to the right people, and she's saying you know who these people are, to the right people, you are a light for others. And she's just reminding you and telling you that you can only be a light when you're constantly filling your own cup, when you're pouring into yourself. So she's saying you need to continue doing what makes you happy and what fulfills you, so that way you can continue to, oh, that's a cheesy metaphor, shine bright for others.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah. Think that's what I got. I saw somebody else on the list. Who's Flo?
Okay, the
I
list
missed
is
it.
Cheryl was first, then we have Nay, Meg, and Flo.
Meg, Flo. All right,
yep.
Right on. So we said it was Nay, right? Long A. Okay.
Yes, I'm wrong, but that's what I thought.
Okay. I just
you're welcome.
double check. So
Thank
Nay,
you
are you still here?
Thank you.
Thank you. No worries. Nay, are you still here, honey? Just let us know if you're still here. If you're not here, we'll move on. I'm here. All right, sweet. You want to kick it off?
Yep. Okay. Nay. First thing I have out here is that you have this lack mindset and that you think that you're not worthy, is what I'm hearing, that you are not worthy of more than what is currently in front of you or what you are chasing. And I'm hearing that you are being met with like almost like a detached, cold energy. And what I'm getting from that is you tend to pour more into spaces and people in your life than you get in return. But I'm picking up on, like, I'm just hearing that, like, your team and your guides keep trying to reroute you. And when I say that, it's like they're purposefully giving you obstacles for you to know your worth. And that you keep asking for clarity on what to do in a certain situation. And I'm hearing you have all that you need. But there's this hang up for you where I'm hearing there's this deep-seated need to cling sometimes to people that don't deserve your energy. And I say that carefully because I'm not trying to come across being judgmental, but it's been a semi-consistent message about knowing your worth and understanding that people aren't always going to like you when you start to step into your power. And I'm hearing that, like, you're going back in this decision mode. Like, do I keep banging my head against the wall? Or do I let go? And like I said, I'm feeling like your teams just keep showing me like a construction zone, right? Well, my team's showing me, but and they just keep detouring you. And this mindset is like, why am I getting the runaround? But it's not really the runaround. This is like your divine intervention. Like, they are trying to move you away from certain things or certain people. I'm actually hearing a certain person. I'm just going to be very honest. I'm hearing they're trying to move you away from a certain person. But for whatever reason, this person or the emotional energy that this person embodies it falls in line with your comfort zone. And when I say comfort zone, it's not necessarily our conscious comfort zone. It's almost like that subconscious comfort zone. Like, and I'm hearing the things that we've allowed for so long that we just allow without thinking about it. But that's where you've had this shift. You've asked for this clarity. You've asked for guidance and you've asked for direction. But I think deep down, you're not ready to give up quite yet, even though you're being pulled in other directions and you're being given roadblocks or obstacles, or that, okay, GPS is going to reroute me today. This isn't the way I usually go. It's because they're saying you need to try something new. You have already traveled this road, and now it's time to go on the road less traveled, and it's into the unknown for you. And that's what's scary. More often than not, that's where the fear comes in. It's the allowing what we shouldn't, because moving into that space where we let go can be scary. Now, and the last card that came out is the solid foundations. So here's the thing. You can want what you want, but the thing is, you cannot lower yourself in places, spaces, or people and to build the solid foundation that you're wanting moving forward. Whether that is in a relationship space or just in your overall life. But I feel like I said, I will not tap into anybody else's energy, but I just feel I feel like a tug of war with you and someone else. But I'm just feeling into you personally. But that's why I said the solid foundation that you're wanting is going to force you to do something that is uncomfortable. And I just keep hearing, know your worth. Know your worth.
I'm gonna just jump in real fast.
Yep.
So first off, do you have, and if it's not yours, just let me know. This is the first live, so it could not be yours. Do you have a passed on grandmother who would be maybe like 5'4", shorter hair? Because the second Erin started talking, there was this lady standing off to the right.
She says yes, she does.
Yes, she does. Okay. All right. So, cold chills. Okay. So this is not what you're asking for. Okay. So I don't know if you're close. She says yes, very close. So would you be overly close to this grandmother figure? And I know that sounds very generic, but she's saying like, no, like whoever this is, they're thick as thieves with this person. Like this was somebody you trusted when she would give you
advice.
It is, but it's not advice. She's using a different word. Like it's almost like the facts. Like when she would give you the facts. Like it's just like, this kind of like I don't know. That's so interesting. Now there's like this round table. Okay, hold on. Just thank you. We're gonna not do that for a second. We're gonna get back to this. So, but just know that she's here. If this is your person, which I'm not, I'm not gonna go into mediumship at this moment. But if this is your person, she's here. Like she's watching. She's watching you. Um, she's like somebody who used to come with the facts. I don't know how to make that make sense. Like you would sit down and it's like she would be like almost pry out of you what was going on, and then she would tell you exactly how she motherfucking felt about it. Like that's exactly this type of energy. So I'm not sure if this is you or not, but if it is, just know. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Just know that if this is your person, then that is what she's telling you. Okay, I don't know if you're ready for this, but so you're getting what you asked for. You're getting what you cried over. You're getting what you begged for. Oh my God, thank you. That's so weird. It like shot up a thing over the screen. You're getting what you asked for, and she's saying it's a blessing in disguise. And right now, emotionally, it feels nothing like what you've asked for. It almost feels like a little bit of trickery. It's like this, but I didn't really ask. That's not what I meant when I said like, but that's what your soul was seeking. And it just comes into that this is this hard want, because we have the Four of Wands out here, and it's just like this. It's just this want for really solid structure, this want for a really solid foundation to build on. I just get this feeling like you're sitting there like, I just want to build with somebody. I want to build with somebody who wants to be here. My whole back is frozen. I just want to build with somebody. I want to do this. I want, like, it's like this overwhelming, but I just want to have this. I just want to, and it's this want to build, to grow, to be happy with somebody. It's what it feels like almost like this waiting for the right person. Okay. It's almost like this waiting for the right person. And you're just wishing that the person you had in mind was the right person. But I feel like the more that you ask and beg and are seeking to do what you're supposed to, like directly what you're supposed to do, it's almost like you feel yourself getting further from the person you had in mind of you were making the goals for. I know that's very interesting, but it's like the more you go, I want this, you take one step further away from whatever you thought you were doing for this person over here. It's almost like you're starting to realize, and it's kind of breaking your heart a little bit, but it's like a bittersweet, because you're still obtaining what you want. You're still getting what you want, but they're saying that your brain and a little bit of your heart is having a hard time breaking away from the fact that what your soul is seeking is not what you thought you wanted. But the closer you get to what your soul wants, the further away you get from the person you thought you wanted. And it's all, cold chill. Your grandma's something else, girl. It's like, but it's almost like this bittersweet joy. And they're saying that you kind of took a pause. I don't know if you're separated, and I'm not going to feel into his energy or her energy, but it's almost like, thank you. It's almost like you're currently separated, and when you had this little separation or something, that you took a big pause, like almost like a rest of kind of like this inner, like, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? Like this, thank you so much. This, like, I don't know what to do from here. Is this what I really want? Yeah. Yup. You're breaking out of that mental trap that you put yourself in of being like, I don't know. But you're being called to do something more. Like it's almost like you're just re-spinning your wheel of fate, and they're saying that like that this is actually everything you've asked for. Your grandma says, I'm gonna say like me, I'm gonna not say it like your grandma, but it's almost like baby girl, like this is what you asked for, but you just need to lose the expectation. Like it's she's like asking you to trust the process almost like this is it. Like this is gonna get you up here, but you can't hold on to the anchor of another person. And she's not necessarily confirming that this person is a no-go for you. That's not it. If this person chooses to grow and move in the same direction as you, then that's a possibility. Thank you so much. Um, but she's saying slim to none.
Thank you, David.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you. She's saying slim to none though. Whoever this feminine is, it's just like the slim to none. But she doesn't understand. Like I feel like what you're failing to understand, and it's not a you problem. It's the non cohesiveness between our brain and our heart space. It's a big gap to bridge. It is between what we think we want and our expectations and what our heart wants. But they're saying that following what your heart wants is going to be a blessing in disguise, and it literally has you out here as like finding joy in yourself and not putting that joy in another. You don't need somebody else to bring you joy. Doing this move, this step that is slowly pulling you away is scary, and they're talking about it kind of pushing up against that wall of your comfort zone that you weren't quite ready to break through. But they're saying that if you should choose to keep going and move a little further out of your comfort zone, one step at a time, every single day, they literally are saying, like, that's where you get to spread your wings. They're saying you have to be something in this position where you are now. But if you move outside of the position and seek what you are looking for, they just have you more fulfilled in the end. Is what it comes down to. I like whoever this grandma is, man. She's sassy. Like she's just like you already know. Like it's like one of those things. Like like this grandma don't take no fucks. This grandma don't play. Like it's one of those things. Like, can you feel her, bro? Like, holy
Yeah, I
crap.
can't. I'm literally laughing because when you first started asking questions, I was shuffling and I was like, feminine, ancestor, this, that, and like I can just like I can hear that. I don't want to say that creepily, but like I can hear it because she kind of reminds me of my grandma. Very just straight shooter, like how uncomfortable are you going to get? When are you going to make your move? Like, you can't
Right.
change. The
Yeah.
person's literally
Yeah.
changing you. And, I'll pry it out of you. And then I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to bring you what you need, not what you want. It's that kind of energy. I love you enough
Yes.
to bring
And
you what you
she
need.
doesn't care. Like, no, I don't want to say she doesn't care, but it's like almost does not like
I just hear, I
it
don't
like,
sugarcoat shit. That's what I just heard. I don't sugarcoat shit.
no, like, I'm telling you, she is fiery, like sassy.
I
But
know,
like,
hey,
I'm
fire
gonna tell
knows
you,
fire.
she has a soft spot to her though.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
think, I mean, I don't want to say that all grandmas do because some grandmas are not that way, but, she does have this soft spot. Like it almost feels like she really wishes that there was a way that she could convey to you how much she misses you. There's like something about
Yes.
the two of you in a dynamic.
She
Like
just,
I don't
she
know if
just
you
said
are
my mom
missing
mentioned
her a
she's
lot
dreamt of
lately.
her.
What?
She just said she says my grandma, I've once dreamt of her hugging me and she was very happy.
Yeah. It's like I don't know, it's just something between your guys' dynamic, like the two of you. And it's just something very like I'm gonna say healing. Like she was your maybe your safe space, or for her the grandkids were everything. It's just it's like this safe space, this togetherness. But there's a lot of love coming from that corner. I don't know, but we're doing free reads. We could probably try to throw you on the list.
Yep.
But yeah. So thank you. Thank you and your lovely grandmother. She's cute, by the way, but she's sassy. She's got that fire, though. She's got that fire. I hope that helps. Naya? Naya? We said Naya, right?
Nay. We said nay.
I hope that helps. Wait, is that her? Hold on. What advice would you give from this reading? Your grandma says follow your heart. I'm gonna tell you that. Your grandmother says follow your heart. But she's
I
saying don't let your head
completely
get in
agree
the
with
way.
you. This is
Like
this
follow
is
your
one of
heart,
your
but don't let your head get in the way.
yes. I was just gonna say this is like your I don't want to this is your heart over head decision. Get out of your head and let your heart be your guide. However, you need to make sure because like your heart is such a high energy emotional place. You need to make sure you're energetically balanced and grounded when you're choosing to let your heart take the lead. Because that's the thing people don't that's like the best advice I would say. Most people don't understand that yes, some people tell you have a heart over heart decision or a heart over head decision. But the thing is, when you make the best decision, it's when you are grounded and impartial. And it's not that you don't care about your decision, it's that you are able to sit with yourself and say the following: I understand what is in front of me. Thank you for what I needed to see. And then listening to yourself and what you need to do for the next step. And that's the thing. We can't tell you what the next step is. Only you can decide that because the thing is you only have this present moment. That's all you have. You don't have tomorrow and you don't have yesterday because you can't change yesterday and tomorrow is not guaranteed for anybody. So when I sit and make decisions in my own space, what can I live with? I choose to live my life with no regrets. So that would be my summing it up. Let your heart be your guide, but do so in a balanced way. And you're the
And
one who
I'm
has to
gonna I'm
live
gonna
with your
tell you
decision.
straight up. Your grandma wants to talk to you, kiddo. Like she's saying it's almost like she wants you to unleash your burdens on her. Like she's showing me like this pic. I don't know if you have this or not, but she's showing me like almost like a horizontal picture in like a wood frame. I don't know if this is just symbolism that she's using, um, or if you have this picture on like a dresser or a nightstand or something. But she's saying that she wants you to connect with her and to talk it out. Even if you can't hear her in the physical, she can hear you. And she's saying that when you talk it out, and she's calling it like almost like the collaboration with her is when you're gonna feel more at peace with yourself on making a decision because it just feels like you like no like don't take offense to this, but it feels like you're one of those energies that kind of need to bounce it off somebody. Like I'm that way, Keys of Wisdom's that way, like where we kind of bounce things off. But some people don't understand this, so you only have a select few people you can bounce things off of, and yeah, and Meg as well. And she's saying she wants you to talk to her, like she wants you to communicate and commune with her and whatever. When you feel overwhelmed, when you don't know what to do, she's literally asking you to lean on her a little bit. And I don't know if you have a specific photo. I'm getting like a picture of someone in sunglasses, or maybe she just had glasses or something like that. Um but if you have something like that, a photo or an image, or something that is hers, it'll help you to connect with her on a greater level. And you'll have, she says she'll make you cold. She'll make you cold. Um, I'm just seeing like these glasses and kind of like, I don't want to say that grandma smile, but it's like a smile, but it's not like a big freaking cheese. It's like I don't know how to make that like a smile or I don't know, but maybe it's like a little bit of teeth, but nothing crazy. But she's saying that if you have something of hers, that photo where she has her glasses on, or okay, I'm not saying that, or something of hers, like a trinket or a necklace or something like that, having that close by or having that in your hands when you're contemplating something difficult is going to be easier to connect with her energy. But she's saying flat out she'll make you cold. So if you're ever questioning whether or not you're talking and she's there, she's saying she's going to make you cold. So cold back or goosebumps, you're going to feel her. She is hard pressed that she's going to make herself known in a positive way. That's not because she's not out to scare you. It's just what she's saying. But she's saying that the first time you do it, she's going to come in hard and fast with a cold feeling is what she's saying. I mean, she's just saying, like, I'm going to make her cold. That's literally what she's saying. I'll make her cold. Like that. She just keeps saying it. I'll make her cold. And I'm like, I understand. You're going to make her cold. Got it. But she's just asking you to talk to her. She wants you to lay your burden somewhere, but she's saying you're also one of those people who don't want to burden others. So she's saying burden her because it's not a load where she's at. Ooh, goosebumps from grandma. Holy shit. All right. I hope that helps, Naya. I hope you get a little something from that. Thank you, Naya's grandmother. So, girl, if you have not already, go to the website and just become a member. Super easy. It doesn't cost you anything. It's never going to cost you anything. But then you'll get your name thrown into a drawing. And after this live, we're going to spin the wheel and everyone gets to see who it lands on. And you might get a free read, a free, like, full-blown read privately with me and Keys of Wisdom. So www.childofbalance.com. And that goes for anybody in here. www.childofbalance.com. We have an app too if you want to do that, but do that and it's free for you guys, and I want you guys to utilize those spaces. So you can go to the link tree in the bio above, click on my name. Can you see my comment? I probably missed it. I'm so sorry. Can you do it again? Can you comment it again?
I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the link's in the bio. Yep, you go, and I have a link tree, and it has all of our stuff. It has Keys' page, it has our YouTube and everything. Or you can just go directly to the website. It's just ChildOfBalance, no underscores, no spaces.com. Yep, no worries. Is my fiance talking to me through the clouds? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest on that one. That's a short, fast question, and I don't feel like that needs a read, but only sometimes. They're saying only sometimes, and when it is those times, you know it. You get a physical response. I did see it. You get a physical response, but they're saying it's not happening as often as you're wishing it to happen. I'm so sorry. That's not what people want to hear, but that's the truth in what I'm getting. I'm so sorry. Relationship with my sister. So we won't pull on other people's energies that are not presently here. If you want to read though, we could probably maybe add like one more person to the list.
Yep.
So if you want to be the last person added to the list, we can do that for you. No, I'm not. This is an attic. Thank you so much. No, it's a full-blown house. Thank you. But it's one of those old school ceilings that used to be the roof line. So nope, I'm not in a mobile home. Thanks. So if you want, we can add you to the list, but we're not going to pull on somebody else's energy who's not present without permission. We don't believe that's right, but we can pull for you. And if that comes up, it'll come up. If not, it's okay. Hey, it happens, Haters gonna hate, and that's fine. It's all good. But I think we got Meg on the list. Erin, if you want to kick her off.
We've got Meg and Flo.
Yeah. Yep. But Meg's next. Yep.
Yep. Okay, Meg.
Thank you, everybody, for 10K likes. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Ooh, I have a special request deck for you.
Oh shit.
Buckle,
Oh shit.
buckle up.
Buckle the fuck up, Meg.
It is the heal yourself. Back. Okay.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, buckle up. Don't shoot the messenger. Let's just start with that. You lied. Nope, too bad. No going back now.
Too late, you're
Oh,
on the list.
I'm already shuffling. All right. Okay. The first card out is the selling out card. The second card I've got is the how teachable are you card. And the third card I have out is the procrastination card, but the healing card came out with it. You are selling yourself short all the time. And this, and I just need to say this, don't take this card in this deck. The selling out card is represented as what is referenced as prostitute energy, okay? And when they reference it as that is because of how we, or when this shows up in a spread, are selling ourselves out in our lives, whether that is to ourselves, it's to other people, it's in other spaces. So I wanted to make sure I touched on that archetype of that card because I think that it is very important. Because the thing is, like all archetypes, there's a dark side and a light side. So the thing is coming to bring that balance. But that card and the how teachable are you card coming out together. I just keep hearing that you keep selling yourself out because you want this healing to come in your life. And I threw on that with another deck and I got out the South Node card. And the thing is, our South Node is all about what we're to let go of in this lifetime. It is about stepping outside the comfort zones, yet at the same time, often people cling to those things in their South Node because it's comfortable. It's comfortable. But you are being asked, how teachable are you? How bad do you want something? How much do you want to heal? And what are you willing to do so? Like, I just keep hearing, what lengths are you willing to go to? Like, and this procrastination card, it's not necessarily, yeah, no. You are standing in your own way and you are putting off the inevitable is what I keep hearing. Putting off the inevitable. Hold on, I'm throwing another card. No, that's fine.
You already know.
I'm not. I'll because I know you, I can expand on that later at a later time, but I'm not doing that right. This is not a live appropriate thing. Your struggle. Sorry, I'm not doing it. Your struggle is with how much you love yourself, and I say that with all the love in the world. Other people love you, but you don't love yourself enough, and you have an unworthy mindset. And so you procrastinate. You think you're not worthy of certain things because of things that have happened to you in your life or because of how other people have had an influence on your feelings towards self. Because I'm just a straight shooter and nobody makes us feel anything. Unpopular opinion, but nobody makes us feel it. And that's a hard truth for some people to swallow. And I don't mean you, I'm just saying this in general, is that often we don't want to accept our feelings. I'm gonna say emotions today. Our emotions that we have attached to a situation. And by saying someone made us feel a certain way, it allows us to take the unpleasantness of that emotion and blame it on someone else. Because the truth is, more often than not, when we sit with the emotion, we realize that that's not actually what we're feeling. And when I say that, it's like sometimes we're angry, sometimes we're jealous, sometimes we're this, but like, what is the root of those emotions? Your anger, not you, but the anger, the jealousy, the sadness, those are like what I call the mask emotions of something else. And it's only when we don't love ourselves, or we feel less than, or our ego is trying to convince us that we are in competition with other people. That is where that stems from. And that's the thing. I think that I just keep hearing, you think it's supposed to look a certain type of way. Like, I don't know if someone convinced you somewhere along the way that, like, it sounds dumb, but like, nope, you have to feel like this. And if it doesn't look like this, then you're just not doing it right. That's all I keep hearing in my head. You're just not doing it right. That is so wrong on all levels, because the way that you choose to heal yourself does not need to look like anyone else's. End of story. And that's why I said, I have a seeds card out here, and I have self-love. And that's the thing. You need to plant those seeds of love and acceptance of yourself. And that is what you need to grow. I'm not done yet. Because right now, don't shoot the messenger. You don't trust yourself. Therefore, all these things that you want, you're almost like, you're the karma standing in your own way. That's what they said. That's why I didn't want to say that. You're the karma standing in your own way. Because you don't trust yourself, you don't love yourself, you don't, and those are the things that are standing in your own way. It's literally, it's nothing else. It's nothing else. And that's like, nope. And I feel like, and I'm just going to tell you, I got the rose-colored glasses card out here, which is also the confusion card. But the thing is that you're going to have to take off the rose-colored glasses, because there's no easy way to do any of this. And I'm not going to, that's what I said. Some of this I'm not saying. There have been past spaces of hurt that are the reason that you are hung up, and it is understandable why. And that is the guarded sense of self, where you were willing to trust, and that trust was betrayed. And now you're just kind of like tap dancing, and you're not really sure you want to do it again. But the thing is this, you don't need anybody else to heal yourself. Would you like people like guidance? Yes. But at the end of the day, you don't need anybody to heal yourself. And I think, I don't know why, but they just keep telling me, tell her one more time for the people in back. Like, that's like, you hear it, but you don't really hear it. Like, I think you hear things, or you get messages, you get this, you get that, but you don't trust. And that's the thing. I'm just being told, like, you have a trust wound that you need to heal. And when you heal this trust wound, you will get out of your own way and allow the things that you want to come in. And I'm getting right now that you are embodying a reverse Queen of Cups. And with that, and I'm just going to tell you, the Queen of Cups in reverse it's not just unbalanced emotions, but she actually embodies the trust wound. She has a lack of trust in people. So I'm not surprised that it was the last card that came out. But we want you to turn this upright. But that's why I said, stop procrastinating, because it's not procrastination is what I'll put off today, I'll do tomorrow. It's that you are the only obstacle standing in your way. And there's no way around. People are going to hurt you. That's just the way that the world is. And I say it to people all the time. Unhealed people hurt people. And at the end of the day, you're not responsible for that. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know when you didn't know it, and let it go. Because that's the thing. You didn't know what you didn't know, and you did the best that you could with what you had. And you get that opportunity to do that every single day. So, my friend, I'm going to need you to start believing in yourself like so many people around you do.
Facts. Facts.
Okay, I'll
All
let you
right,
jump
I'm
in.
gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna jump in. Is that coolio?
Yep, go ahead, jump on in.
All right, so no shooting the messenger, but the first thing that came out when I tapped into your energy is, what the fuck are you so afraid of? Like, what do you fear? And it's almost like it's not a fear that you're gonna do it wrong. It's almost a fear that you're gonna do it right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this, it's almost like this fear of success. It's so interesting. It's like, well, what if I do it exactly right? Well, then what happens if this like it's this deep seated fear that is yet to be addressed. And this is one of those things that they're saying you're currently avoiding, is this deep seated fear. But it's not a I can't do it fear. It's almost like a, but what if I do it? Like it's almost like a, but what if everything goes as planned? And then what if what like, and he just keeps spiraling, like it just showing me like a snowball. And they're saying that this fear of what you have going on right now is the exact thing you are avoiding. But because you're avoiding it, it's not getting any better. It's having it directly halting your growth because you need to step into something uncomfortable in order to grow. It's stepping just slightly out of your comfort zone is where growth occurs. Growth doesn't occur in your comfort zone. It occurs out of it.
Nope.
And they're saying that this fear is something that you really need to move past. They're saying this fear is amplified by you. Like they have the Emperor card out here, and um they're saying that it's actually through your logical side of yourself that you're amplifying this fear. And they're saying that this fear was set here originally of its origin to protect your heart. So I'm not quite sure when that started. I'm getting almost teenage years though, and they're saying that this was put here to protect your heart. This fear. Um it's a defense mechanism almost to save the vessel, save the heart, protection. And they're saying that while you have two swords drawn and you're like, whatcha, ready to guard something, they're
Yeah.
telling you that actually you're only hurting yourself the more you guard it. So now it's like an onion with 45,000 layers, and nobody could hope to penetrate. But they're saying that you spending all this energy guarding this area and with this defense in mind, you're just hurting yourself. You're stopping what needs to happen. But then there's like this undertone of almost lonely that comes in because of the guardedness, because you have spent your time pushing people away and pushing things away from this area, this fear, this actually, if no one's told you your true self, um, from pushing people away, shielding your authenticity, it's actually giving you a kickback emotion, a kickback feeling that comes from inside the vessel that is actually a touch of loneliness. It's like, well, I guarded, I beat everybody away with my stick. And now it's like, oh, but there's nobody's. Oh, but come back. Like, come back. You could stay over here. Just don't get any closer. Like, I want you here, but just not that close. Like, well, that's where this comes from. It comes from this place of fear, and they're saying that you're finding distractions, and they're saying that it's also a little bit of a coping mechanism, a distraction to keep you out of that feeling that is uncomfortable. But they're saying that should you turn towards the whys and the whens behind when your loneliness rears its head, you're going to find where the fear is deep seated. So they're talking about shadow work here. They're going to find where your fear is deep seated. And they're saying, and then that's when you can start to unguard your authenticity. So they're saying that you've been slightly, they're calling it guarded. um, but they're saying that they're calling it like a quest to become like it's like you have a deep-seated want to kind of be this grounded, feminine energy, this takes no shit energy, and you're authentic to the naked eye, but you're not your authentic. And they're making that distinction very clear. To the outside person who does not know you, you are authentic. But that's actually a mask that you have cultivated, is what they're saying. That this outward showy appearance of being authentic, there are some pieces and some parts of that that are not authentic to you but are appealing to others. And they're saying that if you want true growth, if you want to they're talking about the secrets of yourself. So there's something here that you're searching for within yourself. And they're saying that to find the secrets of yourself, you need to start where your fear lies first. So they're saying in your authenticity is the secrets of yourself. And you have this, I don't want to call it desperation because that's not it, but you have this deep want to come into union with somebody else, is what they're saying. This idea of a companion, a partner, but somebody who truly gets you. But they're saying that in order to avoid the struggle and strife that would come with a partner right now, you need to seek a partner within yourself first. So you need to bridge the gap between your masculine and your feminine, your logical and your creative. They're kind of saying that you spend one part too much. You get a grind going and you grind in your masculine. And then your masculine get burnt out and you spend weeks in your feminine. But they're saying that spending these long times in one or the other, like a pendulum, it needs to then spend equal time in the other. And they're saying that this is actually an imbalance. Like, as I'm talking to you about this, my smoke just split from one smoke trail into two. And they're talking about this is actually being a split for you, and that what you actually need to do is to learn every single day to ebb and flow in between both your masculine and your feminine in a way that it suits you. And it's easy to say, but it's difficult to do in practice, especially when we're still healing ourselves and we're still unpacking things. We're not, don't get me wrong, we're always fucking healing. That never stops. But when we're still unpacking our luggage or our baggage, as I call it, like that's when it's difficult to kind of maneuver the waters in a way that is balanced and at ease. And they're saying that this for you is difficult right now because you have a tendency to stay in one category, burn yourself out to your core, and then move to the other one, burn that out. And they're saying that that's actually a coping distraction mechanism that you've cultivated in a way to stay distracted enough to never have to turn around and face the thing you fear the most. What if you're not fucked up? What if you're not broken? What if there's nothing wrong with you, and what if you do it right? 1, 2, 3, 4 on my time clock right now. What if you do it correctly the first time? What if you come into union? What if you find the thing that drives your soul? What if you learn the secrets about yourself? What if you flourish? What if it works out right for you? They're saying these are all the questions that you need to ask yourself, and you need to sit down and figure out what the fear is there. They're saying you're the only one stopping your transformation, and they're calling it a halt, like a all holds bar halt. You're the only one that's stopping the transformation because of this. They're calling like avoidance, just because of this avoidance. They're saying that, like, I have like 2 guides, and I mean, not me, that came out wrong, but I have 2 people who are not on my team, and they are standing here waiting. Like, she is waiting for you. She wants to tell you stuff about yourself. She wants to answer some of your questions that you have. But she's saying you're not, I don't want to say you're not quite ready. That's not what she's getting at, but it's like she wants to tell you something, but she can't tell you right now. It's almost like because you'll kind of get wrapped up and like you're either going to get taken away by what it is that she reveals to you about yourself, or you're going to disown it because you're not ready to hear it. And she says that there's parts of yourself that you've locked away, like what we talked about before, but there's also this feeling of not being good enough, of not being worthy. And she's saying that's fucking bullshit. She's saying that's bullshit. She's saying whoever told you who. She's okay. So whatever parental figure is, then that's the way I'm gonna say it because that's a lot nicer than how she said it. Whatever parental figure made you feel like you weren't good enough, and this could be a coach, this could be a father, this could be a mother, this, a grandmother, it doesn't matter. Whoever in a parental state at the moment made you feel like you were not good enough when you were a teenager, who made you feel like you couldn't do it. And specifically, you couldn't be a good mother is actually what I'm hearing. They're literally saying that that's kind of what you need to redefine within yourself. And they want to help you do that, but you need to sit down enough for them to help you free of distractions, is what they're saying. And distractions could be something very simple, as just a lot of ness going on in the headspace, a lot of internal monologue, a lot of things that make it hard for them to work with your energy and for you to receive something. But also, but also outward distractions, like projects or helping those in an unreciprocal way. So always helping somebody. They're literally just talking about it's time to kind of knuckle down, is what they're saying. Because you want to grow and you want to heal and you want what's on the backside, but there's something about the process of that has you hesitant. And she's just being pretty caring. Honestly, she's kind of a soft, flowy kind of energy, and it's kind of just like this type of energy that's like somebody who wants to help you, but you have to want to help you first. Like you want to help, like you have to help you first.
Get out of your way.
Well, that was interesting. She just like ran away. She just like flipped. That was weird. Alrighty. Well, I hope that makes sense, Meg. I really hope it does. That was not what I was expecting was going to happen. So, alrighty. Yes. All the love, homie. All the love.
Always.
All the love. They're not chewing you out. They're just telling you they're ready when you're ready. Is the vibe that I get. They're ready and waiting when you're ready.
Yes. Yep. Time to take your leap of faith, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to. Ain't that the truth? Good afternoon. Hope you're having a great day. We're having a bomb day.
Thank you, Rebecca. We hope you're having a fantastic day, too.
I know. Flo is on the list. I'm saying that right?
Yes.
Flo? Okay. Flo is on the list. Hey, Janice? Janice.
Welcome in, Jan.
Hello, Janice. Welcome. So before we start with Flo, guys, we're doing a giveaway after this live. It's a free private reading. It costs you absolutely nothing. And it'll be both with myself and a dual space with Keys of Wisdom. The way to get entered into that drawing is you just become a member on the website. Click the link in our bio on my page. or you can type it directly into the address bar, and it's just ChildOfBalance.com. Become a member on the website, and then you get entered into a drawing. We're going to spin the Wheel of Fortune in a video after this, and then we'll be reaching out to you via email to set up a good time for you. So if you want a free private read, that's how you'll do it. That is how you'll do it. May I ask a question for a yes, no question? Sure. Go ahead and type your question, and if we feel it's appropriate, we'll answer it. How does that sound? How does that sound, ma'am? Will I be accepted for a job interview? I'm gonna be whole honest.
I'm going to be honest. I heard, do you really want this?
I was gonna say I heard a yeah, but yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I was just like a yeah, but
not do you need this? That's what they're saying. It's not do you need this? It's saying do you really want this? And I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of a very sarcastic-y, smart-ass answer. Like,
yes.
Be careful what you wish for, because yes, you could very easily get it, but I get the sense of there's an urgency that you would like a job. I just am feeling like this is
I'm
not
almost getting like that careful what you wish for kind of thing. Like, you want what the job will give you, but do you want this job? Like,
they said, do you really want this one though? That's exactly how they said it. Is this what you really want though?
Exactly though, exactly. Alrighty, so will you be rich? I don't know, probably not. So Flo, if you're still here, Flo.
Rich is a mindset, and abundance starts in your mind. It has nothing to do with money. So a rich person is only as quote unquote rich as the work they're willing to do in their life. Are you rich in friendship? Are you rich in love? Are you rich in gratitude? Because see, that's the thing. Those that want material things, the way that it works in this place that we live is that your reality is a reflection of your thoughts. If you have a lack mindset, it doesn't matter how much you try to manifest or wish or rub a magic lamp. It's not going to happen because your energetic vibration does not match what you're trying to bring into your life. So you'll see a lot of people, well, I'm just waiting for my money to come in. Okay, you have a lack mindset because you're waiting for something. You somehow, somewhere feel that I'm not worthy of this, thus I have to wait for someone else or something to bestow it upon me. When you choose to live every day in a mindset of I'm grateful for everything that I have, right? I'm provided with everything that I need, and we stay in that present moment, it's amazing to watch it unfold. And I say this from experience. When I stopped worrying about what I had no control over, right? And I mean, it's as simple as this. Start worrying about no, don't worry. That's not the right word. Focus on what is in front of you today, because that is always attainable. You'll watch how things start unfolding and working out for you, because today you showed gratitude for everything that happened. So you have now put out that vibration of gratitude into the world. And that is what is being reciprocated to you, because you're truly grateful. You can't have a lack anything in your thought construct and think that what it is you desire will magically come in, because that is not the way this place that we live is governed as far as universal rules, energetic rules. So that's the thing. Will you be rich? That's up to you, because you can be rich today, right now.
Yeah, this is more than one type of abundance, but it's all good. If you want to kick off, Miss Flo says she's here. It's kind of hard to see, but
give me just a second. I'm gonna shuffle these real quick.
thanks. We love that you love it. We love that you love it.
Flo. I feel like you recently made a very big life decision, and now I'm hearing you are beating yourself up for it. And I'm hearing, do not let your guilt of doing what is best for you sabotage the choice that you made. feel like you are being met with, I want to call it bullying energy, but not like kid bullying energy, like
Nice.
grown-up bullies. But I'm hearing that this is the move that you wanted to make. It just didn't come in the way that you thought or with the expectation that you held. What's the expectation? Because I've got the devil card coming out in about 3 decks here. And I'm just hearing, don't be tempted to play in playgrounds you are no longer in. And it's your need to help people. Getting a lot of fire energy here. I just need to say that. A lot of fire energy. Your need to help people is what keeps getting you in trouble.
Yeah. I'll add you to the list, Rebecca. Rebecca will be our last one.
Okay. There's something from, I don't know. There's an energy here where there's something familiar to you, and I kind of want to say this, I want to call it a negative way. But there's something familiar to you with chaos energy. And what I'm being shown is that you're comfortable in chaos. It's the peace that scares you. And I'm saying that because it's like you haven't experienced it, so it's scary. Not scary in any other way other than you haven't experienced it. But I just keep hearing, don't be tempted to go back where you don't belong. You fought hard to make this change. And I'm just compelled to tell you, you cannot take everybody with you. I almost want to say, like, I'm hearing you're raining on your own parade. Like something that you should be really happy about, like proud of yourself for doing. You are, I don't want to call it sabotaging it, but you're raining on your own parade because you thought, I don't want to say it's a necessarily, I'm not saying it's a relationship. Don't take it that way. There's somebody that you thought was coming with you, and they're not. Which is like, it's your hang up in this transitional energy. Like I said, they keep saying, this is the move that you wanted to make. But nobody promised you that you could take anybody else with you. And they're asking you to just ride the wave of transformation that's coming in right now. And when I say that, it's a very, it's a light energy and intense energy all at the same time. And I don't really know how to explain that, but it's like, if you were envisioning a wave, you know, kind of like if you get pulled down, like by that undertow, or like you're being asked to like anchor your energy where it is at and to ride on the top of the wave.
I'm glad it resonates, Flo.
What did she say? I'm sorry.
She says it resonates. I said, I'm so glad it resonates.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I didn't see her comment. That's why I said stop. Okay, I'm going to say it the way they said it. So they said, stop shitting on yourself. I mean, they said, stop shitting on yourself. It took courage to do what you did. You don't feel sorry for putting yourself first. And then I hear somebody going, it's about damn time. And that's what I hear. I just keep hearing, it's about damn time you put yourself first. But you need to make sure that you ride this wave and do not sabotage what you're doing. And again, they just keep saying you can't take everybody with you. And growth results in crossroads. And we all don't choose the same path. And I'm being told to tell you that whatever it is, it's not goodbye, it's see you later. So if there's some person involved here, they're saying see you later. But you need to do you right now. One more here. We have the Queen of Cups and High Priestess out there. And they're telling me this is the energy that you're meant to embody. And it is just waiting for you to step into it. You are this tender-hearted person. And you have ignored your intuition long enough. And I'm hearing let it be your guide. You just need to fully step into it. Because you have all of the tools that you need and you always have. And don't let your need, okay, don't shoot the messenger. I'm going to say something, but don't shoot the messenger. Your need to be Captain Save-A-Ho to people who don't deserve your energy will be your downfall if you don't put yourself first this time.
And we've all been there.
I'm really sorry. That's just how they said it, and I just wanted to just deliver it the way they said it.
We have all been there, Flo.
So that's why I said that. They're just very adamant that if you don't put yourself first this time, it will cost you what you want. So that's what I said. I say that with all the love, and I'm never somebody who's like a fear-mongering type of person. It's just that this is the move that you've wanted. And at the end of the day, only you can sabotage this for yourself. But if you have to keep going back and trying to save everybody and bring them along with you, this is your time to stand on your own 2 feet. That's what I'm hearing. Stand on your own 2 feet this time. And you've got this. By all means, you've got this.
All right, good. I hope you do. I hope so. I mean, there's not like, it's a balance act in everything, you know. It's not that we're all love and light and there is no, you know, other side. No, we need the darkness as much as we need the light, you know. Yep. It's not the absence of one or the other, but it's the presence of both. And honestly, like, a lot of what Erin has already said is kind of out on this table right now. There is specifically somebody, and on here, it's being represented as a King of Cups energy. Now, energy, it's obviously masculine, but like energy can be masculine and also be a feminine. But I'm going to be whole honest. I don't know necessarily that I feel it as a feminine. It does feel like it could possibly be a water energy, or it could just be a masculine that is not the most emotionally stable person. And this walking away from, it's almost like it. So I'm gonna just be whole ass honest. So I'm getting an image of a rope, and this rope is wrapped once around the hand, and you have been sitting there almost like holding on to this person for like fear of not yourself if you let go, but it's like for fear that they will drown. Like it's almost like this, like you're sacrificing a little bit of yourself, staying where you're at in connection with this person. And it's just this feeling of like, you know, and you're moving you're moving through the fact that what is happening right now maybe is not the most healthy for you. It's not necessarily what benefits you the most. And they're saying that you're kind of out on this mountaintop, is the way that they're describing it. It's like you're out on this mountaintop, and not because you're this grandiose ego. That's not it. You're literally taking account right now of where you are at currently, like of what you've gained, what you've lost, what is in your surroundings, how far you've come is kind of what, and they're calling this like a mini tower moment of kind of sitting back almost in the seat of the observer and just taking an assessment glance. And it's this part of yourself that is currently struggling through a little bit of conflict, a little bit of that. I know I should let somebody go. I know it's not maybe the most productive or healthy for me, but they're also saying that you're not quite pulling the trigger. It's kind of like you're sitting in this position, and they're not necessarily calling it a stagnant position, but they're just saying that it's almost like this dissatisfaction with the need to make this choice. They do have you out in conflict, and they do have you sitting at this precipice of kind of like, where do I go from here? Do I, don't I? But they are calling you to move away from this person, and not away like Blockfest run. No, away kind of as in choosing what's gonna best suit you. They're saying that you're kind of this giver, and it's almost like you give freely is kind of what I'm hearing to the I'm sorry, I'm being corrected, to the right people. You give freely to the right people. They felt the need to clarify that. You give freely to the right people. But they're saying sometimes when you give, we are surrounded by takers. And they're saying you don't always get something in return for what you give. And they're commending you that you're not expecting return for your giving. You're giving out of the pureness of your heart, and you're giving. And that's a good thing. But they're saying when you do that too much, it becomes an out of balance thing. That's something that's not within balance. And then from an energy standpoint, people siphon energy. So they're coming to you knowing you're a giver. They're taking advantage of your giving nature. So they're just reminding you that you need to be even more selective with the quantity and the frequency that you help certain people. And they're saying kind of what Erin has already said, like not everybody can go where you're going. And it's not because you're some miraculous, deity. No, it's just that your journey may not be like what this other person is, this masculine needs to go through and go on. So they're just saying that right now it is going to be a separation from this person, whoever this person is. And it could just be a friend. It doesn't have to be a significant other or whatever. It's just an energy that you're kind of having a little bit of a struggle to kind of pull the trigger and kind of step away from. But they're saying that should you choose yourself, they have a lot of good news coming your way, a lot of growth. But they're saying there's almost like this tug on your inner child, of kind of want to like no man left behind, kind of a feeling. I don't know if maybe you were left out of things as a child or whatnot, but it is this inner child, this want to save, this want to help, this want to, and they're saying that comes with the best intentions, and they're not telling you not to do it. They're just telling you that your inner child is also what right now needs a little bit of a look. It needs a little bit of support because somewhere along the line, your child's kind of been running the show a little bit, like your inner child self that want to, like Erin said, save a hoe. We all do it. You're not alone. We've all in this room probably have at one point or another saved somebody who maybe didn't want our help or wasn't ready for our help. And what ends up happening is it hurts us and they just backslide to what they were doing. So they're just saying that there's this part of you that wants, like, it's almost like that healer in you. I don't know if that's kind of what they're getting at, but it's like that want to help people. And they're just saying that some people aren't ready for the help you bring. You know, some people just aren't ready for it. They're not at where you're at. And that's okay. Um, but they really do just have you challenging forward, challenging forward. They really just have you charging forward through this challenge, was what I was trying to say. But this has been weighing heavy for you. There's a lot of back and forth energy here. I mean, yeah. There's like a lot of back and forth energy here. But yeah. I hope that helps a little bit. Hope that helps. I hope that helps. But it's just kind of this like breaking free and doing what you need to do is what is coming out in the cards here. All right, right on, right on. So I don't know if you have already, Flo, but if you become a member on the website, links up in the bio. You get put into a drawing. You get put into a drawing, and then you get a free read if you win the drawing with both myself and Keys of Wisdom, Erin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you feel any energy from a past person? I'm gonna be honest. I did not. I did not feel um, into it from a mediumship aspect. Um, did you feel anything from like a past loved one space, Erin? I mean, off the bat, I'm getting a masculine energy, but when you ask that question,
Nobody revealed themselves to me, but I just got like you just said, a masculine. I got a very adamant, like
almost like a kind of pushy father figure is almost kind of what it
father figure,
felt like
grandfather
over
figure.
here. That energy,
Uncle, brother.
but I did not. I did not.
I want to say I really want to say it's more like it was more like a pushy and not aggressive in a bad way, just an adamant energy of this ends with you, so we're gonna need you to just follow through time.
Yeah, I mean, it's this masculine energy over here. It's really just it's coming off almost like a parental energy, like yeah. But no, I'm sorry, I did not feel into anything as a
No,
mediumship.
nobody actually like presented like, hey, here I am, I have something to say. But
Yeah,
I will say there was a very, as I was hearing things, it was like, no, you touched on it too. Like it's that healing part of her that wants to save everybody else. And this time around, it's a nope, you're putting yourself first. This is what we're doing. You're helping, I don't want to sound cliche, but you're helping heal you, your family, your line, your lineage. Like, no, please stay on task. But other than that, that was all it really was.
yeah, and I mean, it doesn't mean that whoever you're thinking of right now is not around.
No,
I just have not. I
we
have
just
not
didn't have it directly that
willingly
way.
open that space up to pass on loved ones. So that's just me not opening that door in that moment. It's not that your person's not here watching over you. So I just want to make sure you understand that. That's not what that means. It just means that there was something that was not adamant in that moment that they needed to push through and, say or something like that. So I just want to make sure you know that it's not that your person's not here and whoever you're thinking about isn't in the room. That's not it. It's just that I did not tap in that way. Um, I'm gonna cling a little bells because something just got a little bit a little bit on the heavy
Yes.
side. So
Yes.
I'm
Well,
gonna just clean these little bells, clear some stuff. All right, one more time because we like things in threes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do, baby. We like things in threes. Alrighty, here we go. Awesome. I'm glad it made sense for you, Flo. That's really all we can hope for, is that it resonates in some part with you in the moment, and we know that later on it will always resonate more as you sit and think on things and things come up. We do have Rebecca on the list. She is our last one for a free read today. So before we start off with Miss Rebecca, if you could just please let us know that you're still here. I think I saw you commenting. But if you have not, for anybody in the room, please go to the link in our bio and comment, or not comment. Please go. I'm sorry, my dog's dying in the corner. Just give me a second. Please go to the link in the bio and become a member on the website. Oh, perfect. Glad you're here. Be with you in a minute. And you'll be entered into a drawing to win a free read from myself and Keys of Wisdom. It'll be a dual space. It'll be private, and we'll set that up with you. But the only way we can set it up with you is when you become a member, because then we'll have your email to reach out to you. So please do that. It's free. It'll never cost you money to be a member on the website, nor do we spam your shit. Absolutely not. But we do post 3 times a week over there. Anything from articles, spiritual hygiene, mini reads every single Monday. We'll do some there's so much. Anything spiritual is on the table. Bath teas, recipes, incense, how to make things, how to do things. We try to provide basic knowledge over there for free as well. So please feel free to join on the website. We'd love to have you. Once you join, there is a point system that you gain points. So if you choose to buy something like Miss Rooted Intentions, she makes macrame. If you choose to purchase anything on that site, you get 1 point per dollar you spend. Right now it's 200 points, and you get I think it's like 20% off any of our services. So just keep that in mind. That does help you. You get 10 points for just signing up to say, hi, I'm here. And it's just a place where we're trying to build a community of like-minded people, and where people can grow and play devil's advocate and talk about experiences and stuff like that. So feel free to join the website, www.childofbalance.com, or you can just click the link tree in the bio. So Rebecca is the last one on the list for today for a free read, and I think Miss Erin's going to kick it off. Hold on. Thank you so much. I just saw 2 people. Holy Lord. Okay, we got 3 people just joined the site. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love, the support.
Yes,
all right.
Thank you so much. Okay, Miss Rebecca, I'm getting that you think that you lack direction, but I'm hearing that that's not true, and you just need to shift your perspective. And in shifting your perspective, you need to stop rejecting some piece of yourself. And I've got my Heal Yourself Oracle out here, and I'm hearing, and the cards that I have out are Take Off Your Mask, the Victim Consciousness card, and Entrapment. And what I'm hearing is you need to stop rejecting this shadow piece of yourself, because it is actually banging on the door trying to come out. But there's this, when I say take off your mask like in your mental construct, because that's what they're showing me. Like, you have this preconceived notion that your shadow is something negative, and it's not. And so I need you to like unmask that thought construct, because that's why you're in this, I don't know what I'm supposed to do next, like this almost like this entrapment in your mind, because it's that shadow part of you that a lot of us have been programmed to believe, like, don't unleash the beast, right? But the thing is, and I think I touched on this in the collective, but it's applicable right now. It's, it's the duality, it's the light, it's the dark. And when you bring awareness, right, to the ego, because I don't know why that victim consciousness card, that's what they're taking me to, is it's like there's this little voice in your head that is like, oh, you better not let her out. Oh, if you let her out, it's gonna fuck shit up. Like, don't do that. That is your ego telling you that. That is not fact. And it's often our ego that tells us lies. And so when I say this, it takes me back to the moon card that I was talking about in the collective reading about you need your light wolf and you need your dark wolf. And you just have to find the balance between how much do you feed each one, when and how do you feed it? Because that's the thing. All parts of you are needed for what comes next. And that's why I said this victim consciousness, it's not that you're playing victim, so don't take it that way. It's the what I refer to as the fuck shit voice that tries to convince us not to do something or allow us to sit in a space that we know we shouldn't be in. So it's almost like, you've got this idea or this reflection, like I have the reflection projections card out here, and it's a mirror and it's got cracks on it. And so you're shattering through this belief. This is what you're unmasking. You very much need this other part of yourself that you've somehow convinced that you need to make smaller. And I don't know why I'm hearing that, but you think you need to make this part of you smaller. But I'm getting the sense that this part of you that you have started to let out is what I'm hearing. She hasn't fully come out, but you've started to let her, I'm hearing, trickle out. She embodies a Queen of Swords energy, and she really does have this very clear mind. And I'm getting she's just a straight shooter. She's a straight shooter, and I'm going to tell you, she has words that will cut like a knife. But the thing is that sometimes the truth hurts, but it doesn't make it any less truth. So I just keep being tell yourself, stop resisting allowing this shadow energy to come out and embodying it when you need to. Because again, that's the balance. It's okay to have your shadow out. And sometimes that's who needs to be in. That's who needs to be in lead. That's who has to have the reins of the chariot at the moment. You have the chariot card out here. And that's the thing. It's not one or the other. It's the happy medium. But that's why I said this shadow part of you, I'm really getting this Queen of Swords energy. And that's why I said this. She's actually very clear-minded. She's that independent part of you. Now, I get when she wasn't, I'm going to say this nicely, when she wasn't as healed as she is now, her independence was more of a, I'll show you I don't need your help. Now it's I believe in myself and I know I can do these things, but that's where I say that little fuck shit voice, that little ego tries to spin round and round and convince that independence is somehow I'm going to show you. That's not what I'm getting. That's why I said let her out when she needs to come out is what I'm hearing. She is your ally, just like the light part of you is your ally.
She said you don't have to be nice, you just have to be honest.
Fact. I'm going to be real honest. I usually tell people, I don't want to get us in any trouble. I usually just tell people, when it's truth, when people get upset, the truth says, F your feelings. I mean, true story. If it's real, honest to God's truth and it's something you need to hear, if you are somebody who can say it in a, when I say unemotional type of way, You are never responsible for how other people are triggered, which I don't like that word, but triggered or challenged or uncomfortable by you speaking the truth. Because the thing is, you are not here to make yourself smaller to make other people more comfortable. And that's the thing. That's the programming that needs to be deconstructed for people. Everybody's been told that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Okay, but if you're not deliberately hurting somebody and you're just speaking the truth and they don't like what they hear, you're not intentionally being hurtful. It's intention in everything. And that's what I feel is so important to remember here. And I don't know why I will tell you this. I have 2 more cards left for you. And I have the Pluto transformation card. And Pluto is a planet of transformation, destruction, and rebirth. And I'm just going to tell you this. I feel that the spring and the summer were exceptionally challenging for you. And now, and when I say challenging, I mean like I want to say you may have shed a lot of tears. But your tear, and I don't know why I feel you need to hear is your tears are not your weakness. Your tears is how you cleanse. Your tears are how you release. Shut it. That might be applicable to myself as well. But you know what I'm hearing, it's just been in the last, I want to say the last month, maybe month and a half. You're really trying to embrace this new mindset. This mindset of I accept who I am and I am not damaged and I am not broken. And that's why I said, you are not damaged and you are not broken. And that is the piece that you have to unmask in all of those things. You are enough just the way that you are. And let all pieces of you out. Because this right here, this energy that I feel in you, this is completing a really big cycle for you. A very, very big cycle. And it's silencing, and I'm just going to say it's silencing the fuck shit voice. That's the only way I know how to say it.
I found my husband on June 29th when he chose to leave.
You can weigh in if you want to, my friend.
I'm going to just jump in real fast.
Yeah.
So there's like this, I'm going to call it part of yourself. There's literally this part of yourself. And I know Erin was talking about your shadow self a little bit. And she's on point, but it's almost like you feel like this part of yourself could be viewed to you as a burden.
Mm-hmm.
Like being viewed as something you've had to tote around. Yes. And I really get this being a strong feeling for yourself because others don't find it desirable. Or should I say, this other doesn't find it desirable. Like maybe when this part of you comes out or whatnot in your life, you've been met with conflict, struggles. No worries. So it just I just said there's like this energy to yourself that it almost feels like you've been toting around, like it's been a burden to yourself. And Aaron's was just talking about your shadow part of yourself, but it's almost like it feels like a burden because it was undesirable to others. It's not necessarily that you hate this part of yourself, but you hate the reaction you get from others when this part rears its head. Like, right? Like this side to yourself, side to your personality, side to whatever you want to call it. It's not that you hate this part of yourself, it's that you hate the reaction from others when this part of yourself comes out. And I don't know if you are a water energy, if you are like a water sign. I'm not asking for your sign. You do not have to blast it in the comments. But we do have the water card out here, and it delves into two things. It's talking about you going with the flow, but it's also talking about your emotions. So this side to you comes out very heavy when you're in your emotions. But it's almost like you've locked this away, this part of yourself away for whatever reason. And I'm getting a little bit of like a pain sensation, and I'm getting extremely cold. I know you said your husband passed. This is going to be really a weird way to describe this energy that I have present standing on my right. But did your husband have, I don't know how to say this in a respectful way. Does your husband have really chubby fingers? Like, I don't want to say tiny man hands. That's not what I want to say. But like thick fingers. I don't know, like like big like sausage, like big fingers, like bit like he had a big like. Okay,
She
yeah,
said,
okay, great. So, yeah, so like I'm just getting this image of like a hand that's like a big hand, but not a big hand. Like, um, so that would be who's over here, and I do kind of feel, I do kind of feel into like maybe he was the water energy between you two, and maybe you were that fire. So maybe when your fire came out is maybe when he was come right in. Ooh, I'm getting chills. Came right in with like the soothing water to kind of put out your fires a little bit. So I don't know if this was like this balance to your guys' dynamic. Um, but he's really just talking about that was kind of like um that was kind of like almost kind of like this spitfire that he loved about you. I don't know how to make that make sense. Um, if that resonates for you, if this is him. But they're talking about you are faced right now, getting back to the cards, you are faced with um yeah, like so he would, yeah. It's kind of like this is gonna get kind of weird, but it's almost kind of like it was kind of a turn on for him, like kind of like he wanted to be that one person to calm you down. He wanted to be that one person to kind of swoop in and do those things for you to help in that way. And he said that sometimes it may have come off like he was irritated at times by it, but he's saying deep down he truly wasn't. That it really just didn't bother him. It was kind of almost like a I don't want to say like a cute thing, like when people are like, "Oh, look, my baby's angry. That's so cute." It's kind of like one of those kind of a feelings where like it was kind of just like an understood thing within your guys' dynamic that you'd pop off and he'd be like, "Whoa, babe, slow down." Um, it's like kind of one of those things where he really valued that fire to you. Um, and it was something, ooh, cold chill, ooh, cold at the back. It was really something that, okay, but we're not going to poke people with your hands. It was really something, I don't know if would he touch the center of your back a lot? Like almost kind of like bra side, like not real low back, but kind of like maybe in between the blade, like shoulder blades. Was he somebody that would come up and to like let you know he was coming up behind you? He would kind of like like a lay his hand just to make you aware that he was walking up behind you, kind of a thing. It's not in like a creepy way and it's not a touchy feely way, but kind of just like a setting it there as he like approaches you maybe from behind. um that's kind of the energy that he just gave me, like, and it's kind of just, to me it's like I'm on your side kind of a thing, like I'm here with you. So he's just trying to let you know that he is here right now, but also when you're doing laundry, Do you ever get like a sense of him when you're doing the laundry or some kind of minute task? If you get like triggered with like a memory or an image or like a little like he's saying that that's him, maybe a smell of clothes or a blanket or so. There's just I'm just picturing you like doing laundry or there's like a washer dryer, I don't know. But and he's just saying there's like these little moments when you're just doing what you would consider mundane things and he just boop, pops in your head and he's just saying that that is one of the ways that he does communicate with you of his presence. Um excuse me, it just is energy. I'm a transmuter, so I burp sometimes. But yeah, so he is around you. Um he pops in and out. He's not stuck anywhere, like he's not always like boom up your ass, but he does pop in and out and folding clothes. Yeah, it was something with laundry, so I'm glad that came in, but um he's just saying that like in the moments when you're doing something mundane like that and he pops in, he's saying he's actually there in that moment. Like you may just feel like you're reliving something because you're in a meditative state, but he's actually saying that he's getting through to you because you're in that meditative state. And in those moments when you're having those, I'll call them flashbacks, is he's actually present in your environment. Like his energy, his spirit is actually present at those times. Um, he's kind of funny. Like he's kind of funny, but almost in like a, I want to say like a, not like a act of fool kind of way, like almost in like a dry way. Um, but yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. But getting back to the cards, thank you, sir. Getting back to the cards, it's really just just talking about the need to re-accept that part of yourself. Yeah, dark, but yeah, it's not like slapstick funny. It's not like I'm gonna go do something stupid. It's like he just, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And he's over here smirking, so he
Dry
knows
door
what y'all
smoking,
talking
baby.
about. And I'm good, sir. Thank you for that. But dude, so it's like one of those things where these cards are just talking about going back in and allowing that part of yourself to shine through. And there's just something about the right person will also find all parts of yourself attractive. And a lot of people will say that, but he's literally just like he specifically is reminding you not to settle for less. So I don't know if you're in a moment of settling or you feel like, well, maybe that this is what it is and maybe something like that won't come along again, or I'm not quite sure what, he's not going into a ton of detail, but it's just something about not settling for less than he says you're worth. You have a gentleman here who is saying you're worth a fucking lot. He is pretty damn certain and he is not giving up. You're worth a lot. And he's saying he's tired of seeing you settle. He's tired of seeing you settle. So he's just saying to make sure you are not settling for less than you are worth. And that doesn't necessarily mean he's saying, to leave anybody or to break up with anybody, or he's just saying that if it's a true thing, you should be able to bring it to the table, work it out, and you shouldn't have to to hide parts of yourself away. Like sorry, like so Rebecca, we're talking to Rebecca right now, and she's the last one on the list. So you're just gonna have to catch us next time. I'm so sorry. Feel free to stick around. Sometimes messages for others also resonate for you. Divine timing and everything. I'm so sorry. If you sign up to the website, you'll be put on a drawing, and then you might be able to win a free read that way. Um, sorry, Rebecca. Um, but it's really just talking about You should be able to bring things to the table in godly, that's a weird way of saying it, in godly connections. Like in godly connections, you should feel safe to bring it to the table. So I don't, he's almost kind of, he's alluding to like, what do you have to lose?
Yes.
Like you have nothing to lose from opening up and bringing it to the table with whoever this person is now. But they're just saying that this is something that scares you, not necessarily doing it, which is so fitting. It's not necessarily that the act of doing it scares you. It's like the thought of doing it. It's like the thought of doing it scares you. Like I don't like, it's almost like this kind of anxiety, maybe this anxiety, like a little bit of an anxiety around the idea of opening up really about certain things and talking and kind of being a little bit on the vulnerable side. New shift. Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's part of this like bearing witness to card that's out here. And they're just talking about like you need to first get comfortable with that topic because the comfortability starts within you, right? Like you have to get comfortable with that area, that trauma, that misunderstanding, that you know, we're not going to go into it on live. It's not an appropriate situation to go into on live. Um, but it's deep rooted at your core because it is part of your childhood. And it's just one of those things that you first have to get comfortable with it in order to bring it to the table outside of yourself, right? Like it has to start inside first. Um, Now, I'm not pushing our products, so don't take this way, but we do have a shadow work thing. And if we do have a space that is private, that's also a one-on-one question. And if you want, you can do that and privately off of live in that space. We can address this and maybe just help you get one
Yeah.
step closer to comfortability in that area.
Yes.
You know, and it's not pretending like it never happened. That ain't fucking it.
No.
Mm-mm. But if that's something that you just need a little bit of guidance on how to get comfortable with knocking on the door to where that lives, um, we can definitely help you. Like we've all been there and we can help you through
Yeah.
that. If that's something you wish, you know, if you're ready and you feel like you want to do that, because it really truly starts within yourself, that work starts. And then when you start at one spot, it just becomes a snowball. So we do have two spaces, not pushing anything, but they are available to you, especially since I saw that you did to join the website. You know, they are available to you. One of them is shadow work, where we go through everything. I mean, we open the can of worms that is shadow work within people, coping mechanisms and all of that, traumas and understanding and reintegrating yourself forward and stuff like that, and then moving, know better, do better, like Keys of Wisdom coined. Like, and there's also another space that's just like a guidance. I just need help with one question. Like maybe your question is just like, where do I start? What do I do? That like that is a different space where it's just a one-off, you know, and you can sit down and we can talk about it. We have both of those spaces. So just read the description, think on it. If you feel comfortable, if you have questions, just reach out
Yeah.
and we can help you through those spaces. But we do have spaces that are specifically geared towards that because that's where shit starts. It starts within us and then
Yes.
we see it reflected into our environment. And the only way you're going to be comfortable, I think you said his name was Jamie. The only way you're going to be comfortable sitting down and opening up with somebody else, this Jamie person, is going to be if you're comfortable enough to address it solo by yourself. Because if you're not at that level of comfortability, then you're not going to be able to do it. And it's not going to be pretty, and it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be something to be taken lightly. Shadow work is a big deal, you know? So it's just, yeah. Oh yeah, no, he left MySpace. He ain't over here no more. I can tell you that. Yeah, oh yeah, I bet you he is. But it's one of those things to where we have the devil card out here, and I have the sweat lodge card. And it's just talking about self-entrapment. And self-entrapment really just goes along with us keeping ourselves stuck. We have the key and we have the lock. What we don't realize is that we hold both. We think we only have one and somebody else has the key. So maybe you lock something away and this nice gentleman that was just here has your key. But he's telling you you have the key all along. You just gave it to him to help unlock your shit. And he's passing you back the key now. This is what this gentleman, he's passing you back your key and going, you had it the whole time. You just lent it to me while I was here. So it's just one of those things that he's supporting you in your push and your need to do this. And he's just being pretty adamant. I can just feel his energy. He's just being pretty adamant that he's not going to stop supporting you. He's not going to ever stop supporting you. And I don't know that he doesn't like this Jamie person. I don't know that that's it. I think he doesn't like that you don't feel as safe or as comfortable with this Jamie person as you did with him. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's that he doesn't like this Jamie. I just think he wants more for you in this dynamic than I think you realize is possible in this dynamic. So the need for Sweat Lodge in this one card, and I'll show it to you. I have a reason to show it to you. So it's you going inward. It's you taking the hard look, but also asking kind of where do you start, what do you do? But that old saying, I think it's a Dakota saying maybe, and it's like, which wolf do you feed? That's actually incorrect. In my space, I don't say which wolf. I say how much do you feed each wolf and when? Because make no mistake, your power lies in your shadow. Because those are the pieces of yourself that when you put them back together into wholeness, into one, that is where your chi, your life force energy, your power comes from. That's where people say they're dark feminine, they're dark masculine. It's that energy that you're re-encompassing back into yourself. You're re-adopting your child self in this, and it's one of those things that you don't realize how much you've been holding yourself back until you do that. Last night I kept hearing the light at the end of the tunnel. Exactly. I mean, you are your own light at the end of the tunnel, but he's also talking about like he's pretty adamant that something needs done. I mean, he doesn't want to see you not okay. And that's really what it boils down to for this gentleman. He doesn't want to see you not okay. And I get that that's kind of actually what kills him, the thought that you're not okay. And I'm getting a ton of cold chills. So it's kind of just one of those things. My shadow is going to be my path. Yeah. And it's gonna scare you. It's gonna scare you. It's gonna be okay though, because that's kind of what we need to do. Like when we face our fears head on, we realize that it's not a fear. Like fear, like same thing with anger. Anger is not actually anger at its core. It's fear and sadness when you break it down. Like anger is the frequency that our energy travels through our body. and it comes out as anger, but it's actually not. And that's also part of what we teach too. It's actually not. At its core, it's fear of loss, loss in a place, loss of a standing, loss of an ideology, but it's also sadness from not being treated appropriately, sadness of a boundary being crossed. It's a lot of different things at its core, but anger is very rarely ever anger when you break it down and you choose to understand it. And but you have a lot of decisions, but you do have a reminder that you don't need to continue to carry a burden. And my team is saying it does not need to be labeled a burden. So I'm not big on labels, but they're saying it does not need to be labeled a burden. And they're saying that through this deep dive that you're going to do, it sounds like in the comments, you're going to do a deep dive. Yeah. But exactly, sadness of a lot. You're like, goddamn girl, you're like halfway or not there. You have the want to do this. So if you want to sit down and you think you're ready to sit down with me or Keys of Wisdom and really get to the core of it, and no holds bar, no bullshit, and help you walk through and unpack this, it doesn't need to be a burden as, oh my God, my body's on fire. It doesn't need to be a burden. We can label it something else, and we can help you bring it out of burden and back into self. I mean, yeah, it just sounds like you have the beginnings to the understandings and the understandings of what things are, and you realize for yourself logically that this is what needs to happen. It's just that frequency of that energy within the vessel of being like, oh, because it brings anxiety, but anxiety is living in the past. It's bringing past into the present, you know, and it's just yeah. This just one of those things that we can help you do that when you're ready, but um they're just talking about going down deep, bearing witness to things, and coming out on the other side having blossomed and as a new person. They're just talking you reharnessing that energy inside of you that you've been kind of um I've been working on it myself, but now I'm stuck. Yeah. If you reach out to us, if you like if you reach out to us, we can help you. We've all been stuck. All of us have been stuck at one point or another. And sometimes you just need like something said a different way, or one exercise, or one whatever. Um, just a little bit of a guiding hand, and we can help you do that. That's something very capable within our wheelhouse. So feel free to utilize that at any point in time. But thank you so much, Rebecca. I really hope that this, between me and Keys, I really hope that this really did help you. And thank you to your late husband who barged through with his big sausage hands. Do you have anything you want to add, Erin?
I just want to tell everybody thank you so much for being here. We appreciate this opportunity. And for those of you who got reads, thank you for allowing us in your energy. And we just have the utmost gratitude and thank you for, being here with us today and hanging out. We super appreciate it.
So I'm gonna just knock these clongs a little bit, these little thingamabobs, and just a reminder. Yeah, some people have energy hands, and that's fine, little magic hands. So
Yeah.
just a reminder, guys, if you guys want to be entered into the free read space, free private read space, just go to www.childofbalance.com, and we're gonna collect all those names and post up a video. Oh, excuse me, energy. Post up a video of the winner for that, and we'll be reaching out to you. It would be a private space with both myself and Keys of Wisdom for a minimum of 30 minutes, but knowing our asses, it'll probably be an hour. We're going to get right into it. So if you
Yeah.
want a chance to be entered into that, it's free. It's in the link in bio, the link tree, www.childofbalance.com. free membership. It'll never cost you money to become a member. We do
Never.
post 3 times a week. Mondays is always mini read Mondays. It's just a little mini read on the collective energy for the week ahead. And then Wednesday and Saturday are both like informational, fun stuff. Sometimes it's sacred geometry. Sometimes it's prophecy. Sometimes it's cultural beliefs,
So
laws, universal laws,
hygiene.
spiritual practices, meditation, breath work, bath teas, stuff like that, sun gazing, all of the above fun topics. We pretty much post on everything under the sun. So it's a good eclectic place to kind of begin some journeys. Um, so thank you all for being here. Keys of Wisdom is almost at 1,000, and we need her to be at 1,000. So if you're here and you have not subscribed to Keys of Wisdom, please subscribe to Keys of Wisdom and follow her on Talk. So next time we can see her face, because that was a
But
struggle
thank
we
you
didn't
for
know was
everybody for putting
possible.
up with my
All right,
voice. I appreciate it.
all right, here we go. We're gonna do it 3 times because we love the power of 3.
Yes, we do.
Deep breaths. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I don't know how to turn this off, but we'll find out.